going to create a well plan from scratch in this particular case here. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the data tree and we go to the slot where we want to have our well plan. We right click and we go add new well path, and it comes up and we're going to a little data screen here. We tell it we want that to be a proposal, and the job that is currently on is the same as the current job, so we say OK and come back, and now we have a slot for a proposal which has been created. When you use the wizard, this is done for you automatically, but if you want to start one, this is how you do it. The next step is that we need to go ahead and add a target for our proposal. So I'm going to come to the target list and we're going to call this the proposed bottom hole location. It's going to be a cylinder. It's going to be 8,500 feet deep. It's going to be in a direction of 46.7 degrees at 3,000 feet away, and that's the only characteristics of the target that I'm currently going to set up. The other characteristics are by default set up. It has a diameter of 100 feet. If I wanted to change that, I could do that. It's going to be green in color. It's going to have textures. Its orientation is going to be flat. All of the things that I can come back and change later. So I've got my target created now. The next thing I want to do is decide what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead, go to my well planner, and I am going to use a default slant well. I'm going to load that profile. Profile comes in, tells me that it wants to see a target, and so it chooses a target for me automatically down here. I set this as my first target. I load the profile again so that I can see the entire template. Now I have a template down here on this default slant, and it is a profile. It starts out at 0, 0. All profiles start at 0, 0. It has a kickoff point that is defined for me already, and a dog leg which is defined for me already, and I don't like either one of those. I want to have a dog leg of 3, and I want to have a kickoff point of 4,000 feet. I can now look at the well that has been planned for me here. I can see by going Control S here, I can make my space bigger, and I can change my step here so that I can move down the well much faster to 30 feet per click, and then it comes down all the way to the end, and I can turn around, see my target, see my well, see everything. Now I'm going to apply this to the proposal. It says yes, and I'm going to get back to my workspace, and I can see that I have a complete slant well planned. I can click on this in the 2D space, right click, move this around a little bit, move these labels out a little bit so they won't be so crowded, move this down a wee bit, and I'm ready for doing a plot or ready for printing out the surveys of this proposed slant well that I have here. So to do that, I would simply go click this button and it would come up with the last default well that I'm working on. I can go to portrait, I can pull in some other template, I can look at this, say okay, everything's pretty good here, I need to make a few adjustments to it, and I can fiddle around with this for a couple of minutes and get a plot that looks really good.